Hello, hello, hello.
No.
Hello. Hello. I was like, we weren't recording yet. I thought I had time. I just asked Kyle if I can have his butt cushion. He has a special one.
That's
My
fine.
ass
We
is
can
starting
wait
to
for
hurt.
your butt to be comfortable. That's totally fair.
I was like, oh, shit. Maybe.
Well, while
Oh.
we're waiting for your butt to be, conditioned, Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking alcohol Kool-Aid, aka Girls' Night Out. So
I
all the
love girls'
oh
night
my gosh,
out.
I
We
know.
know you love girls' night out.
Is it strawberry or watermelon?
Or strawberry watermelon.
It is strawberry samba.
That
Ooh.
is strawberry watermelon. There's two on there.
It
Is it
is.
strawberry? Is
Yeah.
it strawberry and
You're right, but
watermelon?
it just says strawberry samba. Oh, and
So
it
it's
says
called
strawberry
strawberry.
and
There's strawberry
watermelon.
watermelon, and then there's peach and white grape, and then
I don't like peach.
there's another one. I forget what the other one is.
Raspberry and something is one of
Yeah.
them. But
It's just all good.
yeah, okay, so my mother-in-law was coming over today and my husband's not here. So I had to like do like a big clean. So I had to reward myself, obviously.
Obviously.
It's a good reward. Yeah.
Yes.
Sonia, what are you drinking tonight?
Sangria. It's not real sangria, guys. It's just wine and pop. I have like 4 bottles of wine I need to go through. People keep giving me wine, so I'm like, why not? Why not?
Why not?
My wine is upstairs that Jessica got me for my birthday. I still haven't cracked open it. I probably should. But I'm drinking raspberry vodka with Sprite
Ooh.
and ginger ale on the side.
And a
You need a
side of
chaser.
ginger ale. I need a chaser for my mixed drink.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes they come out just a wee bit too strong. I
You
mean, not for
power
me
through.
personally. Yeah, I power through. Half the time, Chris and I will be at a restaurant, and he'll be adventurous. He'll want to try like a different drink, and he'll get it, and then I'll get like a regular drink, like a mojito or whatever, and then he'll drink it. And he'll be like, "Oh, that's so strong," and I'm like, "Do you want to switch?" Like that's fine. I'll drink it. I guess.
If I have to.
You're twisting my arm already. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so today I just thought of this idea like this morning, and I guess we're doing it. So for those that don't know, we are all parents of autistic children, and that in case you also didn't know, it's genetic.
hereditary.
So I thought it'd be funny if we took the RADS-R autism test and see how autistic are we. So first, sorry, go.
I've already been diagnosed. I just throwing that out there. But it'll be fun to see how much the test.
I had because I had to like pay private and everything for like my one. Like both my kids are diagnosed, and they're both from different fathers. And I got diagnosed with a genetic condition that's highly comorbid with autism. So eventually I might seek a diagnosis, but till then I'm gonna save that $6,000 for vacations.
That's
Yeah.
right. It's like they can do anything, right? Like, oh, you have autism, whatever.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if I needed a diagnosis for something for a work stuff or disability stuff, then I'd be more inclined. But as of right now, like a diagnosis wouldn't change anything for me. I'm pretty sure I am. But just based on all the other things I said. But other than that, I've been diagnosed with a million mental health illnesses that could all
Same.
be explained by autism.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. Autistic people are more likely to struggle with anxiety, depression, bipolar, mood disorders, schizophrenia. There's a whole bunch of,
Yep. High rates of
fantasticness.
epilepsy,
Mhm.
ADHD, hypermobility disorders, digestive tract disorders,
I have it all. I have it all.
neurological disorders. There's
Oh.
just a million things that are kind of attached to autism because it's kind of like, if your brain is wired a different way, so is the rest of your body.
It's
Yeah.
like the brain is you.
Oh my
You
God,
know?
no way.
What?
What?
Well,
So I'm just going to explain a little bit about the RADS R, RAADS-R. And it's a self-report instrument. However, the authors that created it mentioned that a clinician might help a participant interpret items if they have difficulty understanding the question. Because part of an autism diagnosis isn't just answering the question, it's why you answer that way.
And how you answer. Yeah.
The test assesses developmental symptoms correlating with 3 DSM-5 diagnostic categories: language, social relatedness, and sensory motor, as well as a 4th subscale, circumscribed interests. So let me see what the validity is. Okay, the RADS-R is a reliable instrument to assist the diagnosis of diagnostic adults. No neurotypical who took the test scored above the autism threshold.
That's right, neurotypicals. You failed.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean if you end up in the autism threshold, you have autism. It just means you have autistic traits, which usually means there's something else there, like maybe ADHD or something else, which is why when you reach a certain threshold, you should see a clinician. Only 3% of the autistic group did not score over 65. So 3% of autistics tricked the test into being neurotypicals.
Mm-hmm.
But neurotypicals never trick the test to be autistic. So
it's because we like learn how to be neurotypical, right? So you're like, what answer do
we
you
mask
want me to
so
do?
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the retest reliability was high, particularly for the autistic group. That means if you took the test once and you got around the same score, you'll probably get it again. So I figure I'll just like read each question and then we can kind of all give our answers. We can discuss it, whatever, and I will put them all in. I have it all open. And then we'll find out our scores at the end. So I'm gonna just start with, well, first, any questions? Is there any questions?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm good. Let's start
Let's
this.
do it.
Good. Let's do
Let's
this.
do this, bitch.
How autistic are you? Like,
Contestant number 1.
sorry. Okay, question number 1. I am a sympathetic person. Now, your choices are the same all the way through the test, but I will repeat them for you if you need to. So A is true now and when I was young. B is true only now. C is true only when I was younger than 16. And D is never true.
So this, because sympathetic and empathetic are 2 different things.
Yes.
And I don't know, like let's see, I don't know. It's a hard question because I'm more empathetic than I am sympathetic. Like, oh, like I understand what you're going through, not like, whatever, I'm sorry. It sucks to be you.
I feel like I was sympathetic when I was young, and then I learned empathy. It was like, oh, I feel so sorry for you when I was young. And I heard people going through things, oh, I'm so sorry for you. And now it's like, oh, I feel what you're feeling.
Mhm.
I like, versus as a kid, I was just like, oh, you're supposed to be sorry for these people.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever am sympathetic. But I understand people. Like, I understand things, but that doesn't mean I sympathize with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you know what they're saying, but you don't care.
You
Yeah.
can understand why something
I can
happened
understand
and
why
not
they're
feel
saying
bad
what they're
for
saying
it,
and whatever,
yeah.
but I don't sympathize with them.
Because you're a sociopath.
Okay, so
Okay, so Don's answer is never true.
Never. Yeah. See, no, I'm overly empathetic, like too empathetic towards others. Not enough sympathetic. So
I
don't
put
know.
that I was true only when I was younger than 16 because like it was like, oh, I felt like sympathy, oh poor blah blah blah, because I didn't understand what empathy was at a young age, and now that I
Yeah.
understand what empathy is, it's like different. It's like I don't feel sorry for you, but I understand, kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I'm going to say that I am not sympathetic.
So never true.
Never
Dun, dun, dun,
true.
dun.
Yeah.
Sonia, am I writing your answers down too for you?
Sure, why
I
not? I'm gonna
marking
get
in
my
the
test
thing.
after. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get them anyway. I hate questions like that. This is why you need to be with like a psychologist, because
Okay,
it's
every
like that.
question is like that.
I know. Oh my god, it's gonna cause me so much stress. We got this.
There's no wrong answers. That's the worst part because you feel like there is.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's like, am I
fine.
lying
But
to
you know, so we
myself?
all had to like explain why our answer was like we're like, hold on, because it doesn't like we had to
Yeah.
overanalyze it. We're like,
I
wait.
know. that just put us right there anyway. Like that's
Yeah, we're okay.
Plus
It's
50
over.
points.
Yeah.
It's over. We finished.
We don't need to do any more.
Okay, this next one's gonna be fun. I often use words and phrases from movies and television in conversations. A, true now and when I was young. B, true only now. C, true only when I was younger than 16. Or D, never true.
A. Fucking all the time.
Mine's true now.
True only
Not-
now?
Yeah. I never like quoted movies before.
You know what? I don't
Not when
think
I was a kid.
did it. No, you know what? I'm gonna say I didn't because people thought it was weird. So I would be like, no, I won't say that to that person.
See, I had this problem where I quoted movies that no one even heard of, and I still do that sometimes. And I'm like, what do you mean you never heard of this obscure thing that I know so much about? What?
What?
No, it's true only now. I only developed like
yeah,
that
maybe
now.
true now. Yeah, because when I'm younger, people are like, I would only do it with my brothers.
So then you did do it.
Yeah, but my brothers were safe people.
Yeah, but it doesn't say whether or not
It doesn't-
in
no.
conversations.
If you've ever done it, period, throughout your childhood. So then I think yours always true always.
So A, okay.
Yeah,
I
it
think I
doesn't
did with
say-
Domini's mom too.
Well, it doesn't say in every conversation, right? It just
Yeah.
is
So-
in conversations.
So why I never did it as a kid is because I never seen the appeal to it. Like it never like stuck to me. Never seen the appeal. I seen as I got older other people doing it. Therefore, I was like, okay. So then I started doing it.
It's just a good way to communicate without actually having communication skills.
Yeah, like, oh my god, yeah. So we seen the same movie. I can just start quoting that. Like, I learned that later on in life.
songs in movies, I would just bust out whenever I like felt like it. Like I was like this 6-year-old that would just like, how are you, Jess? Oh, happy, happy, joy, joy. Because I was really big into Ren and Stimpy. That was just how life was. Okay, well that one was pretty fairly easy.
That was
one
easy for
painless.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's
Okay.
me all the time. But then I was confused because I was like, I didn't do that when I was younger. And I was like, wait a second, did I do that? And I was like, only with select people. So
You still did it.
still did
So.
it.
Okay, question 3. I am often surprised when others tell me I have been rude.
No.
No, never.
Really? I have a tone sometimes that I don't mean to have, and I've had people be like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Did I say something rude?" I'm like, "No, it's your tone."
Oh, see, I understand my tone. I'm like,
Oh, I
Yeah.
like, oh, your tone is off. I was like, oh shit, sorry. Let me say that.
I've gotten better, but I don't know.
No,
I
I'm
still-
aware when I'm rude. I'm straight up aware. Like someone will point out and be like, "You're being rude." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
I can be rude on purpose. Like,
Oh
there's
yeah,
times.
being rude on purpose, but like, you know,
Even
it
my accident is on purpose. Like I'll be like, I'm not again, I'm not apologetic at all.
because you're a sociopath. We're gonna find out at the end.
This is a whole, like I'm on the antisocial spectrum now.
Wait. So is it never true for you then, Dawn? Not even when you were younger?
Yeah, no,
You just always knew when you were being a bitch?
Always knew. Yeah. Oh,
always knew.
I would always
So I
tell
need
her.
to verify this for me. Like,
Yeah. She's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem is that like I'm pretty sure my family is also on the spectrum, undiagnosed, and they've never were aware of my tones. Like, it's just like because they're loud and obnoxious and I'm quiet. So whenever I said anything, if it was short, they didn't think anything of it, Like, so I think they just think that's me. But now as an adult, my kids notice it. They're like, oh, like, are you upset with us? I'm like, no. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, you sound upset with us. And so my kids notice it.
Okay, so do you think it was always the case and just your family missed it, or do you think it's only now?
I think my family missed it. My family missed a lot.
So true now and when I was young?
I'm going to say when. Yeah, you know what? It has to be. I don't think I've changed.
Okay, question 4. Oh, and for those watching, if you Google Rads R, it's the first test to pop up, the one we're doing. So feel free to do it along and tell us what your score is in the comments.
How autistic are you?
Yeah, we want to know is how we'll do. Oh my gosh, we could do like a spreadsheet of like our audience.
Okay,
their Rads R score.
There you go.
do like a pie chart, like how much of our audience is autistic. We know how much of our audience is male and female and their ages.
Yeah,
I don't know autism diagnosis.
Let's do it. I'm gonna share this when this comes out. I'll share it with everybody. Take autism, and then we'll see how
your score.
What's your score?
Okay, number 4. Oh no,
is this a hard one?
No, I feel like I know. I feel like it's pretty easy.
Okay.
Sometimes I talk too loudly or too softly, and I'm not aware of it.
Always.
Me, it's loud. I get so loud.
Yeah, same.
So loud.
I raise my voice.
I get obnoxious, and sometimes I am aware. It's only when I'm around people I like, though. I'm like, but then when I'm not around people I like, I'm very quiet. Like I can't even yell for like a like.
Oh, but when I was a kid, I was quiet. I wasn't loud as a kid.
But it's too loudly or too softly. So were you too softly and you didn't like realize? Because that counts in the question. It's too loudly or too softly. Because autism's always extremes.
You weren't Sammy loud.
No, I wasn't.
But you weren't quiet.
I don't know. I wasn't a very like loud kid.
I'm gonna say you were. Maybe
I wasn't. Times my parents, like my mom or my nanny, had to check on me to make sure I was like still like they showed upstairs.
Oh, that's because you were an only child. That's different.
But I was quiet. But I mean, I wasn't loud. That's what I'm saying. Like I wasn't loud.
I didn't know you when you were a kid. I can't judge. I'm sorry.
So when I'm around people I like, I'm super obnoxious and loud. But when I'm not around people,
maybe that's why you think I was loud is because when I was with you, like I would mirror myself to you. Like I would always kind of match your energy.
She would just mask around you. You don't even know the real Dawn.
I don't even know.
It's just Sonia in a mask.
No, I got rephrased like I have fun, and I got louder as I got older. So is that?
Oh yeah, definitely. You were more mature as a kid than you were as an adult.
I stopped needing to be the grown-up when I turned to be. So I think, what is that one? After 16? That's still the answer, right?
True only when I was younger than 16, but you can say true only now, which means over than 16.
Yeah, because that's all the time. Either or. Like now it's either or. Either I'm obnoxious around you because I like you, or I'm quiet because I don't like you.
I either didn't talk or I talked too much. Like there was no in between. Like it was always, and like I would, as I got more excited, I would get louder. And sometimes I do realize now, but I can't stop. It's like, oh my God, I can't, like, I know, like I see myself almost like third person. Like I see myself constantly getting louder, but I just can't.
You're like, what is happening?
Yeah, like, oh my God.
I think I don't care anymore. I'm like, whatever it is. But that's why I have an acquired taste. Now that like I got older, people didn't like me when I was younger either. But like as I got older, less and less people could tolerate me. So I think I just stopped caring. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Like, if you don't like me, that's on
That's
you.
unmasking. You
It is,
started
yeah.
taking
Yeah.
the
Like-
mask off.
Like we talked about this before in our episodes where like we used to have another group of friends and they were just like so rude. we're like, okay, I can be myself and I couldn't, you know?
Yeah.
So like
We went
talked
on a
about-
girls' trip because we thought we all were friends, and they broke into cliques.
yeah.
Like, how does that happen? You're with like 6 girls. Like, how do you break into cliques? Like, I was by myself. I like that.
I was
hike
like,
up the-
what the hell? I was bouncing between everyone.
that hike up the mountain, I did it by myself. I was just by myself the whole time and just walked it.
I know I was with Marie because
I know.
and
And
I was
then
like,
the
it's
other
okay,
two-
John, we can do it. And the other two were like, fuck
the only
off.
reason Sonia was with me is because like I was like fucking falling way behind. I was like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, it was
Mm.
hard for you, and it's okay. Not everyone can do hikes, but like
Yeah.
the rest of them were like, bye, bitches.
I walked at my own pace. I wasn't gonna keep
Yeah.
up with them. Like, fuck that shit. I'm doing this for myself.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't care. It's,
No.
but it was just so
we should
funny,
redo
though.
that trip with just us, where we actually do the things we planned on doing that we didn't all get to do.
Like actually walk around the town for like
We were
the
gonna
whole
like
day.
do like a whole fake reality show thing that never happened, and like
I
there was like
know.
a bunch of stuff, but no one wanted to be silly with us. So maybe us silly girls should just do that.
Yeah, the ones that don't mind being a little extra and out there. That's why we used to have like themed parties and like.
Ah, I miss that.
I miss the theme parties.
Yeah,
Mhm.
should just have a themed party with the 3 of us when Sonia
Yeah.
comes down.
Why not? Just
Yeah.
dork. That'll be the
I
theme.
have all the 2020s decorations in my basement unused.
I mean, it's only almost 2024. Might as well use them.
yeah,
We still have 6 years.
Yeah.
I know, but 4 years are almost wasted already. Like
Okay,
It
Dawn,
was
what's your
COVID.
answer? Sorry, I
mine
didn't get your
was
answer.
shit. It was now yes, but not when I was a kid.
Okay,
it
true.
was not-
Now. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I just
Even if Sonia disagrees with me,
You know your life better.
it's true.
Sorry, I thought I was gonna burp.
Okay.
Okay. Number 5. I often don't know how to act in social situations.
Always.
Yeah, always.
Mm-hmm.
See, for me, that's a hard question because I read books. So, like, now I kind of know.
Well, 'cause
Sometimes I
you
lose
learned,
control.
right?
Sometimes I get a little silly and I lose control. But other times, like, I know when to, like, chime in and do the bit and blah, 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 blah. Like,
I have to
job
watch
interviews.
people.
I'm so good at job interviews. The job, nah. But the job interview, brilliant. I always get the job.
Yeah, me too. Every job I've ever interviewed for, I've gotten it.
Yep.
But it's getting to that interview and after the interview.
Yeah, it's like the actual job. Ugh. But like when I did the interview process, I was always goated. So for me, it's gonna be only true when I was younger. Because I think I'm pretty good in I get too TMI, but I feel like that's what people like sometimes. Like neurotypicals, they're like, oh my gosh, that's so scandalous.
Yeah, they're like, "Juice, you got that."
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay. So you guys were
Always.
always true.
I
Always
just
true.
think I don't care anymore. But when I was younger, like this as before, like as I got older, I just don't care. And as I was younger, I was very reserved. I masked a lot. I had to pretend to be a
Yeah.
grown up. That's how I was like good in situations. Was like, oh, you're such a grown up. You're so mature. I'm just masking around adults. That's
Mhm.
what I'm doing.
If you see like a super mature young kid, they have probably experienced some form of trauma or neglect.
Yeah.
Like
or autistic.
or they're autistic, but I feel like most of the time if you're autistic, you've automatically experienced some form of trauma or neglect because
Mm.
you know that just comes with the territory. People don't know what's going on. If you're
Yeah, I guess,
meltdowning
yeah.
becoming of a sensory issue, it's neglectful not to fix that, but most of the time the parents wouldn't know. So it's not like
Yes, yeah.
purposeful,
Neglect.
but
Yeah.
it can be traumatic to be undiagnosed.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My mom was very conceal, don't feel. If you've seen Frozen, that's like how her parents dealt with it. And it was a shit show. But like she was dealing with her own like shit that she didn't get diagnosed or cared for. So like when it came to like whatever was going on with me, she was always like, no, don't talk to me about it. Like, no,
Yeah.
just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, like I feel like I mean I even feel bad because like my son didn't get diagnosed till this year and he's 13 years old. And it was like now I'm like looking back and a lot of things we thought was like something else or a lot of things we thought were related to his epilepsy could easily be explained via autism, which means I would have dealt with it differently if I had known. So it's like I was neglectful in those instances, not purposefully.
Right.
But it still can be neglectful. Like not every terrible thing is like on purpose. Some people are accidentally abusive. Like they don't realize it when they're acting to their children because they don't know any better or they don't understand the underlying circumstances.
Yeah. It's everyone's learning, right? That's what ending generational trauma is. You're just like you learn and then you fix your mistakes. But
so keep aware of those really responsible children. Okay, question 6. Now this is the empathy question.
Oh, okay.
I can put myself in other people's shoes.
I'm gonna say Domini's gonna say never.
Like it's not that I don't understand when I say like I can put in their shoes. I just don't care. Like,
Yeah,
oh my God.
you're a sociopath. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sociopath and autistic and an ADHD walk into a bar.
They're all
Okay.
one person.
Mine's never. All right.
They're like, "Hi, my name's Dawn. I'm here for my usual." Okay, so is it never true, Dawn?
Yeah, it's never true.
Mine is a reverse sympathy. So I had sympathy when I was younger and not so much now, where I have empathy now, but not so much when I was younger. So mine's true only now.
Mine's always A.
Yeah, she's very empathetic.
Yeah.
Two.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, Sonia will like ask me things and she's like, "Oh, like you should like man, I feel so sorry for them." I'm like, "I don't."
Yeah. Like we're like
yeah, we don't
complete
care.
opposites. Like that's
Yeah,
I don't know how we were ever friends.
I don't know.
None of the same interests. Nothing.
Or like when she's
Yeah.
really upset about like someone like upsetting her or whatever, she'll tell me, I'm like, "Why do you care? Just like
Yeah.
fuck it.
Just
Don't
don't worry
care."
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the advice I give her all the time. I'm like, "Fuck it. Just fuck
who
it."
cares? Don't worry about
I
it.
think there is a link between sociopathy or narcissism with autism. They tend to find them as friends and partners.
Yeah, well, like
So
the
there is a
autism
link.
spectrum and the antisocial spectrum and all that, like they overlap a lot.
Okay, well, number 7. I have a hard time figuring out what some phrases mean, like "you are the apple of my eye."
Yes, always.
I don't have a hard time figuring them out. I just always question them, and then when I go to repeat them, I get them wrong, and I say things like "go piss yourself." What did I say? Like, yeah, in the one episode, yeah.
You've been saying so the saying is you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah.
And yours is you just laugh about it so you don't cry.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys always, every single time, completely wrong.
I have the spirit.
It is the
You
spirit.
have to stop yourself
I
from
never
crying, and she's like,
correct
"You gotta laugh so you don't cry."
Yeah, well,
Like-
it means the same thing. It's just the words are jumbled. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine, and I know
It's
it,
just
what
not
you
worded
mean.
proproperly.
So I don't correct you. If that's how
Yeah,
you
neither do
wanna
I.
say it, that's how you want to say it. Whatever makes you happy.
But see, I always get the words. It's always like just slightly mixed up. I don't know. Maybe I have aphasia. I don't know. Like, at what point does it become diagnosable?
God. Mine is, it's always, I think if you're also ADHD, things in your brain get mixed up. Like I always call it like a crayon factory because you're thinking something. And then by the time it makes its way out of the factory, it's all fucked up in like box of crayons. It's shit.
Yeah.
So what's
I'm
your
gonna
answer,
say-
Sonia?
Well, I was just gonna say, I'm gonna say true now. And when I was young, not that so much that I have a hard time figuring them out, but like I always question them and get them wrong and that kind of stuff. And I feel like that makes it hard to figure out if I'm getting it wrong. So
I don't have issues. If I've never heard it before, I will look it up and then I'll be like, oh, okay, whatever. Like I'm
Mine is,
indifferent
like-
about them.
Okay, maybe I'm changing mine. Cause like I do understand what phrases are now, but as a kid, I definitely didn't. Like,
Well, it's
I had
you
a
have to,
hard
like,
time.
in context, right? You're like, why are they saying them?
yeah.
I never had a problem ever.
so you're never.
Never.
Yeah, you're never. And mine was I was not when I was a kid.
Yeah, so
And
true
I
only
think that's-
now.
Yeah, true now.
And I think that's again, it goes with like mirroring adults. You're like, that's how you're supposed to be. So you like study them all the time. So like it's
Okay, when I was 9 years old, I was driving with my mom and my stepdad to Alberta because we were moving there. And so we were staying in hotels, which meant I didn't have a regular bedtime. So I stayed up watching like late night shows like Jay Leno. And he was telling dirty jokes, but I didn't know they were dirty. So the next day I like told the joke. It was about like some guy being like, I can't remember the whole joke, but it's like, how do you give head and shoulders? He's like, well, how do you give shoulders? Or something like that. I didn't get it. He's talking about head. I didn't get it.
yeah.
I'm 9. But I said the joke anyway to try to be funny to the adults, and they just looked at me.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck? What are you watching?
Jay Leno. Okay. That's what I was watching.
No, I think that's why again a lot of adults thought I was very mature was because like I just understood things happening around me. Like I knew my friend had like an abusive dad, and she didn't at a young
Oh, yeah.
age.
Yeah.
Alcoholic, abusive dad. I'm like, why is your mom with him? She's like, what do you mean? That's just how they're supposed to be. You don't have a dad. You don't understand.
Yeah,
I was
she said that.
I was like, I wouldn't want one. Thanks. Like that's not. I always was like your mom like shouldn't be with them. Like it was, you got a young age, and she was just like, you don't know. what
Well,
you're
I feel like also if you grow up with that, it is normal to you, so you don't understand it's wrong
guess
either.
so.
Like I
Yeah.
feel like it's always like, yeah, kind of easier to like look out if you're like a child born into that. I'm sure now as an adult they've realized. Hopefully.
I don't know. Like, the mom has moved on wonderfully, but like I would not forgive at all. Like it's not my business. It's not, but like I mean, no, I don't forgive ever. That's my thing.
I don't talk to my parents, so
I don't forgive. You do something wrong, nothing. That's it. You're cut off forever.
I'm sure that's probably a question on here.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, number 8. I only like to talk to people who share my special interests.
No, not true. Never.
John's like
Yeah.
never true for anything.
Well, no, because like I like
You talk to people about stuff.
yeah all the time, and it's not even like my interest, and I'll listen to them.
Yeah, but do you like to talk to like you're talking to people, but do you enjoy those interactions? Do you like to talk to people about anything other than a special interest?
No.
It's not saying you only talk to people about your special
Yeah.
interests. It's
No,
saying
I
you
don't
only
talk
like
to people
to
about
talk to
their
people.
interest. I don't. Like
So-
I
never.
know. See, Domri, let's talk about Neverwinter.
No,
Exactly.
absolutely
Never.
not.
No, the only thing we talk about is like books that we've read and like gray sweatpants. Those are the only
yeah.
topics we like can talk about.
And
So are you
music.
changing your answer, Dawn?
Yeah, like So what's the question so I can get the answer right?
I only like to talk to people who share my special interests.
Okay, so that's an always. I always only like to talk to people.
Oh man.
I feel like for me, it's true only now because as a kid, I was just like, talk to me. I need attention. I'll listen to whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. Because I was always the new kid. I went to like 12 different schools. So I feel like I was just craving any social interaction. Now, I like to talk about, I have a lot of special interests, like a lot of things I know. A lot of things I know a little about. Like my special interest is always knowing things.
Yeah.
That's
So
your
yeah,
knowing.
right. So it's always just like I know a little bit about a lot of things. So as long as it's about that little bit I know, I got you. So I said true only now. What about you, Sonia?
Mine is true only now because I don't give a shit. Like, no, wait. Wait.
True
Yes.
now, but not when you were a kid, or true.
When I was a kid, no one shared the same interests as me. That was the problem. My brothers, but they were like, they're 6 and 9 years older than me. So they were like, yeah, I'm too cool for you. Like, fuck off. Sometimes my brothers were really cool and they would let me like interesting thing like Stargate. Started watching that as 9 and my brothers would let me talk about that all the time. But like nobody else. Video games, my brothers would let me talk about that. So like but like for my peers, people were like, no, let's talk about boys. I don't want to talk about boys. Let's talk about other stuff.
I feel like as a kid, I feel like this is where both my praise kink and my need to know a little bit about everything comes from. Because my dad's pretty autistic. I'm 100% sure. And I used to spend so much time as a child listening to him talk about his special interests. And I was like, I don't know. I can't converse with my father. I have nothing to say. So I would look up and I would like listen to his music and read his books and like play his games. So that I was like, oh, now I have something to say. Hey, Dad, did you know that movie you put on? Da 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 da. And then it was almost like he loved me.
Yeah.
Oh man, no. So yeah. So wait, what is yours? Only as a kid or only as an adult?
See, now I don't like it is now I don't care if people don't like my interest. I won't talk to them about it. Like
okay, so you only like to talk to people.
I'll talk about what they want to talk about.
Oh,
okay.
But do you like it?
Yeah, do you like it?
Well, I like talking about with you guys like that. I enjoy socializing because I like you guys. If I like you, then yeah, talk to me whatever you want.
Okay. Yeah, no, she does ask a lot of questions. Like even like with strangers, if she's talking to them, she'll ask about them like
yeah, but so questions. Do I. But that's because I read it in a book. People like to talk about themselves, so you ask them questions, and then they like you more. That's just how that works.
Focus on them.
You say their name a lot in conversation. Yeah, like this is basic communication 101.
It's baffling to me because I have like so many followers on TikTok, and I have a lot of people that want to be my friend. I am the most least like interactive with other people. Like I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to know them.
And you have
like,
the more people who like you.
Yeah, like I don't understand.
I don't know. We'll have to release these results. Once they realize you're a sociopath, then we'll see.
Yeah. So I don't know what
socio.
So my answer, I don't know what my answer is. I only enjoy listening to people that I like. Like that's.
So do you want to just say true only now?
Sure. Yeah. Let's
just say true only now.
Yeah. Just like let's see. This is why these tests are so hard. I don't. These aren't the answers I want.
Oh gosh, we're gonna have to like speed run. We're not even halfway through yet. Okay. I focus on details rather than the overall idea.
True. Always about the details.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I was showing you guys the details I was working on tonight. So, okay, 10. I always notice how food feels in my mouth. This is more important to me than how it tastes.
True, always. Or smells. That's another one.
Yeah. It does that. Yeah, sensory processing disorder. So like, if it smells a certain way, no. But the problem is, growing up, I was in a smoking home, so my sense of smell wasn't very good. My sense of taste, not very good. very poor. So whenever I could get food, I ate it. So I'm gonna say this is more now than I was when I was younger.
For me, it's always been a thing, I think. Like bananas, I have not eaten a
Oh.
banana since I was 4 years old
I love
because I
bananas.
do not like the mush in my mouth. I
Yeah.
love anything with banana, but the actual banana, no.
I don't like the real taste of banana. I like artificial banana. I do not like the taste of real banana.
Oh, I have no problem with the taste. It's literally just the mush.
No, I prefer the artificial flavor. The
It depends
real
on what the
flavor.
banana smells like. That's since I got COVID, food isn't as fun. Because it doesn't always smell. It comes and goes, and I'm like, oh, like, and the like food quality has gone to shit too. Like at the
Yes.
same time, you buy ready-made food, you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, is this COVID or is this bad? Like,
We should do that as like a taste test one day.
Yeah,
Is it COVID or is it bad?
So I'm gonna say more now.
Okay.
That one.
Okay. Wait, so do you want to as true only now or true now when I was
only
younger?
now.
Okay.
True only now, yeah. Because in the younger, I just didn't care. I would eat whatever I could get.
Okay. And the next one is I miss my best friends or family when we are apart for a long time.
Dummy, are you gonna say you don't miss me? You fucking bitch.
Okay. I do. Just no, I do miss you. I won't cry about it until you're gone.
You don't have to be sad. Like, you don't have to cry, okay? You could have different feelings. But like, it's different. So like, out of sight, out of mind, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen my family, my siblings in forever, and I'm fine with that. But when I see them again, I'm like, oh my God, I fucking missed them. Like, you just like, oh wait, I do love you. I miss you. Like, so like, you just don't think about it. That's what it is, right? Like, so when I like see you guys, like when we're doing our thing, I'm like, oh my God, I'm talking to you guys. Awesome. But like once you're gone, I'm like, it's cool. Like,
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
miss you guys because we talk every day.
yeah.
Like I don't get a
Yeah.
chance. I don't even miss my husband. He goes away and it's like we talk still all the time. He just
Mhm.
messages me. And so it's like, okay, when am I gonna get a chance to miss you?
miss you. Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
so for me, I'm putting like never true. Like it's the out of sight, out of mind thing. I'll miss you when I see you again.
That's what it is. It hits, right? You're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I missed you. Yeah.
But see, it doesn't say when I see you again. It says
see?
when we are apart for a long time.
it's
So
a
there you
stupid
go.
question.
So what are your guys' answers?
Well, since it always happens, when I see them again, I miss them. Like I realize. So I'm gonna say always, because it always happens.
Okay. What about you, Don?
Now, not when I was a kid. I didn't miss anyone when I was a kid.
We were
Not a
always
single-
together. There was
No,
not,
like
there was not a
my mom
chance.
would go to my stepdad's all the fucking time, and I wouldn't miss her. Like, and I loved my mom, and I just
You just have different priorities when you're a kid. I think,
Yeah.
right? You're just like, parents are always there. Who cares?
Yeah, you're like my parents will come back. Like
Yeah.
why would I miss them? You know, they'll come back.
They could always
Maybe. I don't know. I just didn't miss people. I don't know.
because you're a psychopath.
Watch, that's like it comes up and her number is just like psychopath.
Like, stay away from this person.
Yeah.
Or
Make
be
sure
really,
they're
really good with
medicated.
them.
Yeah. Always medicated.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to make this a two-parter, I think.
How many out of questions is there?
Too many.
We're only at 12.
Oh, yeah. So we're about a quarter of the way done.
Okay, we'll do a two-parter. It's fine.
We'll just keep going. It's fine. Just keep going. And
Okay,
then
we'll just power through. We'll see what we can do till we pass out.
yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay. Sometimes I offend others by saying what I am thinking, even if I don't mean to.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, always for me.
Always.
I only like to think and talk about a few things that interest me.
Always.
No. I'll talk about whatever people want me to talk about.
Yeah, I feel like context is important in that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like the like the prize is more important, like whatever it is, it's more important than just talking about what interests me. I'd rather go out to eat in a restaurant by myself than with someone I know.
No. Except for I don't mind eating alone. Like that's I enjoy it more going with like Kyle. The restaurant can't be busy. See, that's the problem. It can't have anybody else in there. Very few people, and I have to sit in a spot where I can't see anyone anyway.
Well, that's why I like going like out with you guys, and then we get shit faced at like Montana's.
I was like, right? It doesn't matter. Yeah,
I'm
it
putting
really depends
never
on the person. Like
Oh,
that.
I'm comfortable eating by myself, but I would prefer.
Yeah,
with
even
people.
I would prefer someone, and I'm a sociopath, so
Yeah, no, I don't care who I'm with. I just care where I'm sitting.
Well, this is just with who you're with. So
as long as I can still sit in the corner somewhere, I don't care.
okay, so true.
So always true that you don't care if you're by yourself.
With someone, by myself, as long as I can't see anybody.
Yeah. Besides who you're with.
Who I'm with, exactly. I need like, nah.
Private booths.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine what it would be like to be somebody else.
Like pretending to be somebody else, like a character in a show.
Just imagining it. I feel like that's part of empathy too, because you're putting yourself.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I can't picture myself being anyone else.
I used to do like acting and stuff, so that was kind of like the point of it.
Yeah, I do
you know,
acting in my head where I can pretend to be like a superhero character. Yeah, but I can't do it out loud because it never comes out of the the crayon factory. It never comes out the way it's supposed to. So I can pretend
just imagining it. It's just
That's
imagining.
Right.
That's in
imaginary
your head.
play. Yes, I can do imaginary play
all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
Okay. And Dawn is never.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
A lot of nevers.
I know, it's always never like fucking just do across the board nevers.
Yeah, I have been told that I am clumsy or uncoordinated.
Always.
More as a kid than now. Like I'm not as clumsy now as I was as a kid.
So it was true only when you were younger than 16?
Yeah.
See, for me, it's the opposite. I learned that sports make you cool. So I started trying out for sports when I was in grade 4. And then by like grade 9, I was playing for like the city baseball team. And, I was on the wrestling team and I was doing all these sports because I thought it made you cool. It didn't, but I got good at sports. So I was pretty okay with that. And then as I got older, I got more sedentary, all my work is on a computer. So now like walking is hard. So I got a crappy leg that gives out once in a while. So yeah, true only now for me.
Oh wait, but I can run. So like jogging, I'm not clumsy, but everything else, like living my daily life, I'm very clumsy. Like walking. Like today I poked my client in the eye.
Like old age counts though. Like I don't think like if your knee gives out because of your limbs, that makes you clumsy. I think if you stub your toe like 3 times in 1 week, that makes you clumsy.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
See, I don't.
There's no reason for having my toes. They just kick things.
I hit my teeth too much taking a drink of something.
Yes, always like
yeah, that's clumsy.
Why?
Why is that? I should know where my face is by now. You'd think 32 years. Come on.
Yeah, no, everything. Bonk.
Isn't that hand-eye coordination though? Like, isn't that part of
a
that?
clumsy thing?
Yeah, my kids
drop things. It's hand-eye coordination. They'd also say you're clumsy.
Yeah.
So Kyle used to play like competitive sports all the time. Not a single one of our kids are like that. You should see them try to like do a run or skip or anything. It's fucking hilarious. Like fucking cartoon characters. I'm like, okay, they got my clumsy awkwardness, but extreme. Like so extreme.
Crank
Like,
the
oh,
dial up a little
It was
bit.
like I don't understand. Like all of them. So Kyle and I are both like on the spectrum, and the kids got all of our worst traits to extreme. Like, how the fuck does that happen? My sister's kids, they're fine. Like, I don't understand. My brother's
So
kids are fine.
Nicholas is literally the opposite of both me and David. So me, like I don't make friends purposely, or I don't like put myself out there purposely. But my kid does, and neither does my husband. But my kid, he's going into broadcasting because he wants to be on television, and he took like acting courses before, like in school, and he's very like out there. And he did sports teams, he did soccer, he's on the swim team now. He's very athletic, and that's not me or his dad. Like, so I don't know how the hell that happened.
Fucking
Well, if he ever
reproducing is
needs
weird.
sorry, if he ever needs music for like a project that is copyright free, just let me know. Let me know.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Always marketing. Always.
Market
Always.
it.
Wait. Oh my god. Oh no, it froze. Are you kidding me? Really? Okay. Well, I had the program up, but now the program froze. So,
Of course
okay.
it did.
Others consider me odd or different. Oh, there it goes. Fuck. Okay.
Yes.
There.
Always.
Okay.
Even when I was a kid, they just told me to stop being like that.
Yes. Same seas. What about you,
Same
Don?
Don's
Yeah,
always.
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 Okay.
That's the only thing we have in common is being weird.
Mhm.
That's your special
Except
interest.
I'm unapologetic about it, and she's like too worried about it.
Okay. I understand when friends need to be comforted.
Domry? No.
I understand.
She's just
Ask
not
if I
gonna do
care.
it
There's
for
a
you.
difference. Yeah. See, I do understand always. I do understand. Doesn't mean I have to care about it though. So always.
Always.
Me, it's true only now. As a kid, I was real bad with that shit.
Mine's always. Not just like friends, fucking strangers. It's bullshit.
As a kid, I was just very aloof. I was very like, I don't know. I was like, I feel like I wasn't getting supported enough. So I got like pissed off when other people needed me to support them. And I was like, I'm a child and I want support. So I'd be like, I'm gonna spread gossip about you instead because it makes me
I think
look cool.
maybe I overcompensated. Like I didn't get much support, so I needed to support everybody. Like even
I was
now.
too
Yeah.
self-absorbed. Like even as a kid, I was really self-absorbed. My older brothers, like they didn't live with me, didn't have to really share any attention with them. And so I don't know, I was just really self-absorbed. Like I just didn't care about other people.
And then like I help take care of you. Or like, fuck, what do you need, Dumry? You're sad? It's okay. You need help going down this hill? I won't make fun of you. It's fine. I'll just cheer you on. Like, you didn't need that shit. That's why I enabled you. I should be like, good job, Marie.
Okay, well, here's the next question. I am very sensitive to the way my clothes feel when I touch them. How they feel is more important to me than how they look.
Yes.
True, always.
True.
Always.
I used to wear like fucking pajamas to school all the time. And I was just like, oh, it's because I'm so cool and just I don't care how I look. But really, it was because I hated certain clothes. So,
No, I had to wear what I got, but I didn't like it.
I loved baggy men's t-shirts. That's all I would wear.
oh, yeah, I wore
Sweaters.
baggy man's clothes for a long time
Yeah.
too.
All I would wear was sweaters. And in gym class, I got like in the 8th grade, they're like, you need to like wear a t-shirt. I'm like, no, I'm wearing a sweater. Sucks to be you. Even now, like I need to be cold always, but I will wear a sweater even when I'm fucking hot because I need. It's not just the texture thing; it's like a
Cocoon.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, yeah. it's more than texture. It's how it feels on my body.
I always have a house blanket. So like half the time I'm like walking around with like a cape, but it's just like my blanket around me while I'm walking around the house. And
Yeah.
it's just me with my house blanket. Like, don't ask me to
Dave
use my
has
arms.
a dad robe. Like all he does is like wear his dad robe all the time.
Yeah, it's important. It's kind of like a hug without being touched.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking touch me, but like, give me a sweater.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like to copy the way certain people speak and act. It helps me appear more normal.
Always.
No, I can't. I try and it doesn't work.
So never?
Never. Except like masking is different.
Well, I feel like this is masking. It's asking
this
if you're
is
masking because
masking.
it's
Yes.
saying it helps you appear normal. Now,
yeah,
see, for
for
me,
less. Yeah.
I feel like as a kid, I used to do it more to appear normal, but as an adult, I use it to like get things. Like, you know, like it's a manipulation, but not even just manipulation. Because like I mimic Jennifer Coolidge because it's fun to talk like her, you know, that kind of stuff now. So I just use that skill for other things other than being normal. But as a kid, I definitely did it for being normal.
Yes, as a kid, it was a problem because whenever I tried to be myself, people were like, don't do that.
Yeah.
So now I do it for work stuff. I've always been like a social worker, child protective services, and an advocate. So when you're like advocating for people, they want you to seem confident. So you kind of just like pretend to be a grown up and get shit done for other people. So on the outside, I'm normal, but on the inside, I'm not.
So what's your answer?
Although I do it less now. So I'm gonna say less now than when a kid.
Okay.
Because where I work now, they have autism, so I don't need to mask. Yeah. So
Perfect.
it's wonderful.
Well, this question is kind of along the same line. So it's I have to act normal to please other people and make them like me. For me, this is when I was younger. I feel like now people embrace weird more. You know, you're allowed to talk about your weird special interests and then you'll go viral on TikTok for it.
Dawn.
You know what I mean? Like that's I feel like because it's more accepted now, like if you have something weird, people are like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." You know, versus when I was younger.
Yeah. When I was younger, people, I wasn't weird. I'm sure I was. Fuck, I was so weird.
You were weird. I was weird too.
Yeah, we had like a mud club. So fucking weird. And
we did.
Yeah, and we were like older. Well, I was older. I was like 12.
What's a mud club?
You make things out of mud.
Oh
my god, we just covered like leaves that fell off and made them mud and then said they were badges. And yeah.
When I was 11, we started a Beanie Baby club, and we each made a trading card of our Beanie Baby.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute.
We met at the tree at recess.
That is cute though. But I think I was never. I don't know. Yeah, people just I don't know. Whenever I tried to like talk to, I only had a small group of friends. Okay, I had 5 friends, one of them being Dawn Marie, and the other 4 is like, no, let's not talk about that stuff. So I just kind of like did whatever they did. So
yeah,
and then I did whatever Dawn Marie did. So like
I mean, that was very similar. Like I mean, I was the new kid up until like grade 5, and then I got to kind of follow my one best friend through all the different schools because just the way our school's grades laid out, you had to like move. But we'd have like a larger group of friends, and she would act different in the large group of friends. Therefore, I acted different in the large group of friends. But when it was just me and her, we were like weirdos. So
okay,
you know,
yeah,
I
it depends
feel
on
like
who you're with,
right,
Yeah.
yeah, very, very loud. What's your answer, Dawn?
Okay, this is gonna sound really bad. I have different personalities for different people. Like my mother-in-law, I act totally different.
Yeah, you're just different masks, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think I even act different with Sonia than I do with you, Jessica. Honest to God. I think I'm different when I'm like alone with you than when I'm alone with her. I don't know why, but it just is.
Probably. When I was alone with you, I forgot to wash the conditioner out of my hair. I like walked out and I'm like, I had to wash it in the sink. So yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like with Sonya, I would have been embarrassed. I would have been like, oh.
But with me, she's like, nah, this bitch won't care what other way. It won't matter.
I'm so judgy.
No, I just feel like you would have been like, oh, that's okay. It's okay. It happens. And then I would feel like I would be like, oh no. Oh no. You know?
I'm
Not
like,
like
whatever
on
happens,
purpose.
happens.
Yeah, you're just like, it's so cool. And I'd be like, I'm so sorry.
But with me, she don't care. She's just like, whatever.
What's Dawn gonna say? She doesn't feel anything.
Right? She won't even notice.
Wait, so what's your answer, Dawn?
I don't feel anything.
Never?
I don't feel nothing.
Never.
Okay, what was the question? Wait, that was the copying people, right? Okay.
Yeah, I
never
don't copy
Dawn.
anybody.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. We are on question
22.
22. I just asked 22. I have to act normal to please others, right?
No,
No. That's 22.
No.
Yeah. 22. Okay. It can be
Yeah.
very intimidating for me to talk to more than one person at the same time.
always.
Yeah, always.
Except for you guys. Like, you're an exception to the rule. You're my comfort, like, exception to the rules, people.
I feel it's hard to gauge different people if I have to do multiple people. If I'm one-on-one,
So no
I can
orgies,
read people
Marie?
better. Huh?
I said, so no orgies. You're like, I'll have difficult if I have to do more than one.
No, I would never do that ever. It has to be one-on-one.
Yeah, I don't think I could either. Like, that's too much. Like, that's it's
So
like that's
Someone gets left
socializing.
out, okay?
So
No, you
never.
don't have to be socializing. What?
So never.
Never.
I thought it would be always.
Yeah,
Wait.
or always. Sorry.
Always.
yes.
I put me and
Can
Sonya's
be.
always.
Yeah, can be. So you're both
Yeah,
always.
always.
For me,
Yeah.
it's never.
I got the social anxiety. Less people, the better.
Really, for me, it's like the more people, the better, because then it's less pressure on me. You know, I don't have to carry
Oh,
a
they can-
conversation.
They can
But-
like
but-
see each other, and then
Yeah.
like
And I'm
No,
just
no.
there to chime in every once in a while. You know.
Yeah.
No. What about if it was an interview and it's a panel of people that are interviewing you rather than one person?
Well, then that
That's
means
where
I
I'd be
only
intimidated
need
as fuck.
I only need a couple of them to like me instead of just that one person, right?
Yeah, but you don't know which ones are gonna like you no matter what couple. So you have
That's
to gauge
because,
each
like,
and single
the
one.
most people who like me, the better.
Well, I'm just playing the odds, okay? If it's just one person, I have to make 100% of the people to like me. But if it's 5 people, I only need 60% of the people to like me.
So-
See, it's like less pressure,
Less
right?
intimidating.
Yeah, that's less intimidating than just having to make that one person like me. I'm just playing the odds here. Okay.
Yeah.
Meeting new people is usually easy for me.
No.
No.
Yes.
Online it is,
Online, I can meet people.
but I'm gonna
Even
put
online,
never.
not really. Although when it includes my interests, I can go. So like when we moved here, there was like this board game group that meets up, and I couldn't go with Kyle because he had to stay home. So I went in by myself, and I was like, it's okay. Like I sweated like so bad, it's like super nervous, but I was like, it's board games, it's okay. You're gonna go play board games. So like that is okay, but I'm still a nervous fucking wreck. Like it's
Yeah, so it's not easy for you then.
no, it's not easy, but I'll do it.
Well, it just says it's usually easy for you.
It's not never easy. Like
What about
it
you,
makes you-
Dawn?
Yeah. And mine's always. I don't know
Always.
why, but it's always easy for me.
Because
Okay.
you don't care about them. You don't care what they think about you. You don't
It
care.
attracts them. They just love it. They're just like, he doesn't care. We love
They
that.
want to impress you. It's that thing. It's like when someone doesn't care and you just like, oh, well, now I need them to like care,
Right?
you know?
Yeah, you gotta like
Except
try
you
harder.
don't need shampoo in your hair. You don't give a shit.
Yeah, no. Well, what are you gonna do? Not care more? Like
You're
it's
already at the bars on the floor.
Okay, I get highly confused when someone interrupts me when I'm talking about something I'm interested in.
Like you get confused, like you lose your
yes.
train of thought.
I
Always.
guess. I
Yeah,
mean,
always, like lose my train of thought.
Listen, I just get confused, period. So the answer would always be always for me.
That question doesn't make sense to me.
well, I feel like it depends on your autism, I guess. Like or your ADHD sometimes. Some people
Yeah.
like I lose my train of thought all the time.
Yeah.
But like I'm not getting confused. I'm getting forgetful, but then I just like
There's a
move on.
difference, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's to be confusion and forgetfulness.
Yeah. I said
think
true when I was younger because I feel like now I can at least like unconfuse my way around it, you know? Like I'm not confused. I can like keep the conversation going and not just stop it dead in its tracks.
I just laugh and nod.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna say never. I can keep going.
Okay. It is difficult for me to understand how other people are feeling when we are talking.
False. Or like false.
True now and when I was young. True only now. True only when I was younger than 16 or never true.
Never true.
Never.
Never, I guess. I don't know.
You're confused.
Yes.
Because this is opposite, Dawn Marie. This is you are aware and paying attention to how people are feeling in conversation.
No,
Like,
I'm not. I'm never paying attention, so never. Clearly,
No.
I just demonstrated that one.
It is difficult for me to understand how other people are feeling. So, is it difficult for you or not difficult for you?
Oh, it is difficult.
So
always.
it's true.
Yours is
Yeah.
always.
Always.
Is it difficult for
Where's
you
the
this
fucking map,
question?
man?
Dawn?
See, this is like the question
my
that was
gosh.
something asked but miss like answered. This is how people fail tests.
There's no right or wrong answers, guys. Okay, I like having a conversation with several people, for instance, around a dinner table, at school, or at work.
As opposed to
Just one-on-one?
Just one-on-one. See, for me, it's true. Because
Yeah, no, I rather one-on-one.
I specified for the other one. So never for Dawn.
Yeah,
I like
never.
talking to you guys. And I'll talk while playing board games. But
You're more social than you think, Sonia. Like you're.
when I'm at home, I don't like talking to anybody. Like ever. Like Kyle has to force conversation on me. I'm like,
but strangers, you're fine with.
I pretend. Like I have super bad social anxiety. That's probably why I've been just always sweaty. It's because I just pretend.
Well, what is your answer?
I'm gonna say I do it more now than when I was younger.
So true only now. I take things too literally, so I often miss what people are trying to say. I'm saying true for me. I understand things like hyperbole and sarcasm. I'm not missing those things, but sometimes someone will say, "Hey, I'm going to do this thing." And then I will think they're actually going to do that thing. And then when they don't do it, I get pissed off because they didn't do the thing. And they're like, "I meant later." Well, you didn't fucking say that. So I don't care.
They didn't give you a specific time. My kids are like that. They're like, well, it's been 5 minutes. I was like,
You said 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I literally put the timer on for 5
my kids
minutes.
are way too literal. I'm not literal. Like I can do sarcasm. Everything. Sometimes I miss it. But like I feel like that's because I wasn't fully paying attention to what the person was saying. I was in my head. So like I understand it when I'm paying attention. So never.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm never too.
Never. It is very difficult for me to understand when someone is embarrassed or jealous. And this is never true for me. I actually have this problem when people get embarrassed or do something embarrassing.
Yeah, secondhand
feel-
embarrassing. Yeah.
Oh my god, it hurts.
It does. I'm like, I gotta
It
leave.
physically hurts. And
Yeah.
like I'm this type of person. If someone farts around me and they're like, you know, we're not that close, you know, I just ignore it. I'm like, I'm gonna let it go. Like,
Yes,
I'm not bringing it up.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say I smell it, even if I do. I'm not gonna do anything. The only time I'll
Yeah.
do that is if someone else does it, and I'm like, it's not me. Like, I know
Yeah.
it's not me for a fact. Don't you?
I
pin it on
heard
me.
it.
Yeah, but like, I'm not gonna bring attention to it because I don't want to embarrass a person because that physically hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hate embarrassment. Yeah. Always. That's the
Always.
empathy. Like fucking, I hate
Wait,
it.
it's always difficult or it's never difficult? Because the question is it very? It is very difficult for me to understand when someone is embarrassed or jealous.
No, it's not difficult.
Okay.
I am never. Always know. I know. Always. Always.
Yeah,
Always.
I know. I know when someone's embarrassed or jealous.
Yeah. Always.
I can always tell.
Okay.
Always.
Some ordinary textures that do not bother others feel very offensive when they touch my skin.
True. Always.
True.
Always.
Microfiber cloths.
I actually don't mind those.
I can't
Ki-
fucking.
Kyle hates them, so we have them because I
Ugh.
like them. And then like, I'm like, it just reminds me I need to like exfoliate and moisturize my hands. I love it as like like an alarm. I'm like, oh, I need to like go. My hands are so smooth. So like, I have to like, it means I just have to go and like exfoliate and moisturize. That's it. That's what it reminds me of. If any of my hands catches on the fabric, I'm like, I need to go exfoliate and moisturize.
No, can't stand them.
But other
I
things I can't.
I cannot touch raw meat at all. I
It
will
burns my
throw up.
skin. Burns my skin.
Yeah, like I will literally throw up. Like if it touches my skin, like I have to use tongs or anything. I can't touch raw meat. Raw chicken, raw beef, it doesn't matter. I can't touch it. It's slimy to me, and it makes my skin literally like crawl.
I have to touch it, but it does cause a chemical reaction to me. That I think that's not a sensory thing. I think that's just I have sensitive skin. Yeah, no, I have to touch things. The sink, the stuff, the food in the sink. No.
Yep. Oh, that's a gross one. Unclogging things in general.
Hair in the drain of the shower.
I'm the one that has to do that all the time. Like all of these, we don't have gender roles in my house. I do most of the male jobs.
Yo, except for anything with poop, that's all Kyle.
I'm jealous.
Like it's like that's just his only job. Okay, there's a lot of shit
I'm
in
the
my
one
house.
that has to deal with poop all the time.
Chris does like change litters every once in a while and change lyrics poops most of the time. So I'm thankful for that.
No, it just as soon as I met Kyle, that just became his job. Like that was just like he was my savior, my poop savior. Anything poop related, he just did it. And now with like 100 animals and like kids,
He's regretting this. Like
I'm pretty sure he does, but like who else is gonna take him in? No one. It's me. No one will love him as much as I love
for all the
him.
poop he's touched, no one wants him.
I know. But like I've always like if I've had to do it, I do it. But like it's fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I hate it.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. Next question. I get extremely upset when the way I like to do things is suddenly changed.
Oh, always.
Always for me. I'm getting better at controlling it. I get upset, but I'm not like melting down or anything. But you know, like there used to be times where I'd be like, I planned the next like 4 hours. Like, I'm sorry that you didn't convey your plan to me, but this is the plan that I made because you didn't convey your plan to me. I'm talking to someone very specific. Chris. And so it would be like, well, just because you didn't have a plan doesn't mean my plan shouldn't be followed. Like, if you had been a part of the planning process, maybe I wouldn't be so upset.
I just get cranky.
Yeah.
It
No,
just
Dawn,
is-
you have to get stuff done. Dawn, you're like, you haven't, we weren't even able to do Instacart for like years. You're like, no, I
No.
need to do it a certain way.
Yeah. I can no. Like I'm so set in my ways. Like I'm such a senior citizen. Oh my god, like I'm set in my ways. No, like I have to do things a certain way. I have to have like patterns. No, I can't. If things go out of order, if I don't have my cleaning schedule the way I need it done, I'll freak out. I will lose my shit if I don't get certain things done. Like, no, I can't handle that. But like if people cancel plans on me, I'm chill about that. I'm like, okay, then I can lounge around. That's like their problem. So I'm like, eh. But it's when it's my problem, I can't do something, I freak out. Does that make sense?
Yep. What's your answer, Sonia?
Mine is I actually thrive on just going with the flow. But if something doesn't go my way, I'm kind of cranky about it. Like, but I get over it. So
Okay, so what's your answer?
I don't know. I
Sonia?
don't know. I don't know. What is my answer?
Answer for her.
Mm, yeah, I don't care. We'll go. I don't care. I care, but I don't care.
I don't care. It's not an answer. Do you mean never true?
Never true. Sure, it is true, but at the same time,
Okay, there's true now and when I was young. True only now,
Yeah.
or true only when I was younger than 16, or never true.
it's true all the time and never true. It's both.
Unfortunately, it doesn't let me check more than one.
Oh man.
Your
Okay,
fucking
you know what?
autism is going hard.
You know what? I'm gonna say always because I am upset. I just can like go through with it.
That's the thing, is like now I can go through with it more, like the
Yeah.
emotions of it. Before I would just react.
Yeah.
You know, so I still said always because it's still emotionally hitting me, even if the actions aren't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Coming
I'm
out.
disappointed, but I can get over it.
See, this is why I couldn't
Yeah.
forget to wash the conditioner out of my hair. I knew it would disappoint you. Like you wouldn't be upset. You'd
I'd just be disappointed.
I have never wanted or needed to have what other people call an intimate relationship. That's
I never-
I always wanted like someone to touch me every once in a while. Always. Always.
No, I don't care.
I have a problem even when like I was like single and stuff like that. It would be like, yeah, like I just need someone to like physical intimacy, baby.
No.
I like being alone. I don't like
Me
cuddling.
too.
I don't like touching. Like Kyle is like love language is touch. So like I'll touch him sometimes. Like I'll hug him, I'll hold him. But mine's active services. So he makes me coffee, you know? Like it's but no, and my kids are great because they don't always want hugs. So like they're like, "Oh, I need a hug." I'm like, "Okay, I can give them one." But yeah, no, I've never really like my first crush was Donatello because like he wasn't a person, but he was like super smart and cool.
Yeah.
And that's like
Well,
the
it
kind of-
says intimate relationship, not just physical, just intimate.
yes. So yeah, no, I don't know. I never was like, oh, that's like my main goal in life. But now I have Kyle because I was like, oh, I love his energy. I want his energy around my energy. So like, but yeah, I don't know. No, I don't care. I think more now than I did before. Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't want to have raised these kids by myself.
What about you, Don?
Oh, I don't care about intimacy at
Of
all.
course you don't.
I don't never.
My husband sleeps in a separate bedroom, guys. Like, I do not give a shit.
Oh,
Fair.
it's yeah. I care more now than I did before.
It is difficult for me to start and stop a conversation. I need to keep going until I am finished.
Never.
Never.
Oh, for me, it's true. Like I will stop. Like that's one reason I like the podcast because it has like, you know, we start it and we end it. Like, yay,
Yeah,
you know?
you like know when it's gonna start. And when it's gonna
Exactly. But
Yeah.
like other times, I'm like, am I allowed to leave now?
or just leave.
Privately.
Oh, okay, bye.
I speak with a normal rhythm.
I don't know.
No, we're Canadian. Never.
Yeah, well,
we do the
normal for Canada. Yeah, the Canadian rise.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
I don't know. I don't know what my fuck. You guys sound normal to me.
Yeah, I know I'm really animated, so I know when like I meet new people all the time, I can seem like I don't know. I don't know. I tend to like fluctuate a lot. So I say
Same.
no. I say I don't.
I've
say
never.
Yeah. So what are you, Sonia?
I'm normal.
Oh my god.
You're
No, you're not.
normal always. You were always
Always.
normal.
I'm always normal. I don't fucking know. That's I don't know.
No one ever commented on it.
No.
I've had people comment on how I like am all over the place with how I talk. So
No one has ever said anything to me out loud. My laugh is that like
No.
is that
oh,
no?
it says speak. It says speak, not laugh.
I use my laughter as language though.
But you're not speaking your laugh.
No, I
You're not
don't.
like ha ha ha. Ha.
No, it's just a laugh.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, no, it's just like sometimes just a response. Like,
Yeah.
so no, I think I'm normal. I'm normal.
Fair.
She's
You're
an
allowed,
always and I'm a never.
you're
Yeah.
allowed to be normal.
I'm
Sonia.
normal.
Okay, the same sound, color, or texture can suddenly change from very sensitive to very dull.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, always across the board.
Always
Always.
across the board.
The phrase, oh no, because this does. Okay. The phrase, I've got you under my skin, makes you uncomfortable.
No.
Always.
Oh, it's gross to me. It
Never.
It makes me think of like those big needles piercing under.
Yes. Do you remember like putting your like the big like pins in your
Well,
skin?
see,
like-
that's gross. Don't do that.
See?
Yeah, but that's
That's
what
what I
it makes me think of.
No.
It
Yeah.
makes me think
Under
of
my
things
skin,
under
you
your
think of those pins.
skin.
No,
when people
I
used to put
just don't-
safety pins.
No, I
Yeah.
just don't think about those things.
You will now.
Usually words do not upset me. It's actions that upset me.
Some words are just gross.
I know I can hear any word. It's Dawn going, there's needles going through, pinching your skin and like being active. Like, no.
Right. Sometimes the sound of a word or a high-pitched noise can be painful to my ears.
True.
Yes,
Always.
always.
Same Z's. I am an understanding type of person.
Always. Summer's like
Always.
never.
I am understanding. Hold on. I understand things. I just don't give a fuck. See, so I can say always.
There you go.
Okay,
There's no
there you go.
context for it, so it's fine.
Yeah, for me, I stuck with the same thing because I read it as like empathy, and
Yeah.
as a child, I was too inward focused and not outward focused towards other people. So I said true only now. I was still very like my political stances on a lot of things were the same when I was a kid, but I don't think I really understood the full scope as to why like I do now. So again, that's just I lacked empathy at that point. I wasn't taught it. My parents still don't know. I do not connect with characters in movies and cannot feel what they feel. Never. I connect with every single one
I
of
know.
them.
I'm always like, I'm Linda from Bob's Burgers. I'm Roger from Family Guy or American Dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather be those characters than myself. Like
100%.
I
Especially
rarely
Roger.
ever could see myself as anyone else. Like I
Of
can't.
course, sociopath.
That's right.
Sorry. that was harsh. I hope you didn't misread that tone. I hope that wasn't rude.
No,
I didn't,
that,
got it.
that was the real tone. There was nothing to miss.
Yeah, there was nothing to miss. That was straightforward there.
See, I knew that.
Ask if I care.
Okay, how about this one? I cannot tell when someone is flirting with me.
True. Always. 100%.
Oh, I never
My
can
whole
tell.
life.
Oh, I'm
Always.
the opposite, where I think. Wait, actually, no, because this is maybe this is a cannot tell. I always think everyone is flirting with me.
So maybe
but
that's you can't tell. That's like the opposite. Like
but
that.
like half the time, if they're like men online, they are, and
That's
I'm
what
usually
Kyle
right. And
says
then
all
there
the
was,
time.
but then there's
I'm like,
been
that's not
time
true.
when I'm like, oh, maybe this woman is hitting on me, and then she starts making out with me, and I'm like, oh, see, I was right. So see, it's been a 100% track record.
I can tell when people are flirting with other people, just not with myself. Like, I was telling Sonia one day, I'm like, if they send you a heart, that means they like you. Like, that they're
That's not
flirting. And she's like, no, it
true.
doesn't. I'm like,
Okay,
"Yes, it
okay,
does."
but me and Sonia flirt all the time as like jokes. Like I'm constantly
friends.
taunting my tits in front of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, we gotta measure
Friend-
sometime.
Friend flirting isn't like that's not the same thing.
I send you guys pictures of my butt before I send them to my husband for quality
Yeah,
control.
see, that
Yeah.
doesn't count. That doesn't
That
count.
doesn't, that's not that. Yeah, that does not count.
Like, yeah, I think when you're like checking in with your friends, that doesn't count.
Okay,
Yeah.
but online flirting is like if there's someone sends you like a winky face or a heart, I think that's flirting.
No, because that's just like communication. Like that.
Yeah, communicating the flirt. Like,
Okay, I
No.
think if they like the comment with a heart, like you know how you can like react to certain things, I don't think that's flirting. I think that's like, oh, I love that thing. Like,
I
whoa,
heart
that's cool.
everything.
But I think if they send you a heart individually, like they actually
Like
put
in
it
a
in the
chat?
message, like the message is the heart.
no. If
Then
a
I
guy
think
is
that's
sending a heart,
flirting.
he's flirting because it's like you have to scroll up and over. No, if a guy isn't flirting, he'll just like it with the thumbs
That's
up,
what-
whatever.
Well, that's what
If
I'm
it's
saying.
a dude that goes up and over to put that heart, he's flirting. I don't care. Like,
Put effort in. He's flirting.
damn
That's
right.
not-
Men don't put
That's
effort
not
into
it.
women at all unless they think they're gonna get laid.
That's
Exactly.
not- No. That just made all of my like friendships uncomfortable.
Sorry.
I've literally like I've had some male friends who are married and shit like send me like a meme or something that's kind of like, you know, and I'm like, would your wife be okay knowing you sent me that? And then they'd be like, probably not. And I'm like, so don't send it to me. Don't
Yeah.
like always think like if like any conversation I have with like a man online, it's always like, if Chris saw this, would he be upset with something? Because it's like a respect thing. Like that's
Yeah.
it's not even like a cheating thing. It's like a straight up just respect thing, you know? So I feel like men forget they weren't brought up to respect women. They gotta be taught, you know.
No, it's like I used to like I had like more friends and Kyle's like, that guy's flirting with you. I'm like, no, he's not. And then like down the line he asks me out. He's like,
Yeah.
haha, I told you.
Right.
So I never notice.
Okay, so maybe it's true because like I just think everyone's
You're
flirting with
overly
me.
yeah. So yours is the opposite. You're like,
Yeah, I'm still not understanding though. Still
yeah,
not
you don't know what's
understanding.
going on. Yeah.
Like I'm just so hot, guys. You're all gonna love me. I can see in my mind in exact detail things that I am interested in.
Yes, like the mind's eye. Always. Kyle does not have a mind's eye.
I don't
I'm
know
like,
if Chris has a mind's
how
eye.
do
I
you
should
do those
ask.
things? Like, so I'll be like, so when you're reading a book, you don't like have stories in your head. He's
Oh,
like,
I always do.
I'm like, why do you read then? What's the fucking point in reading if you don't see like?
I have to
pictures?
picture it. Like, I have to literally make it a movie in my head when I'm reading.
Yeah, no, I do the same thing. Chris, he like listens to a lot of like self-help books and stuff. Like fiction books is not for him. And I feel like maybe that's because he can't picture it.
Kyle's RPG, like fantasy, sci-fi. So like he can't picture it, but he's like obsessed with it. Like I don't know. But
I don't know.
self-help, like how would you imagine that stuff?
But that's what I'm saying. That's maybe why he listens to it, right? Because he
This is
doesn't
you
have
doing
to.
the dishes.
So I think I'm gonna end it here, and then we can, when we record our next episode, finish it up because we just hit the halfway point.
That was 40 questions, by the way. We just answered question 40.
We did just
Halfway.
answer question 40, so we are halfway there. So aw. So yeah, so we'll end it here. So if you want to find out how autistic we are, you're gonna have to listen to the next episode.
Yes.
But
If
yeah.
you haven't figured it out, it's probably very like
Those the fact, like, I remember doing this. I didn't remember it being so long, but then I guess we talked through every question.
Because they're like hard to understand. I don't understand them.
If you're listening, did these sound easy to you? Like, is it just an us thing? Please let us know. This is a very interactive episode. Let us know. Stephanie Hurst, our VIP patron. How did you feel answering these questions? We'll leave a link to the Rad Czar on our Patreon for our Patreon followers to follow, like our VIP patron, Stephanie Hurst. I can't wait to hear your score, Stephanie. So I guess we'll see you all next week with our results.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out when this episode comes out.
In a while.
Yeah, so it'll be after the live stream, I think. So hope you were there. If you're listening, I hope you were there at the live stream. We worked really hard on it.
Yeah, please be there. Or
Please.
you were there. Please would have been there.
If you weren't there when we announced our third one, you better be there. You owe us.
Yeah, next year.
next December, you owe us.
We'll see you next year.
Yeah, and be on the lookout the last week of December for some snippets of that live stream that will be released. We'll have a bunch of episodes released at the end of the year, all from that live stream, so you can listen to the parts you probably missed. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's nothing else to plug since
we have nothing else going on until the new year.
Oh my god,
I know.
Please still listen to us though. We're on holiday, but you listen to us. Thank you.
Yeah. Just hang out with us. It's fine.
Yeah. You're probably on holiday too. Listen to a podcast.
Yeah. Winter break.
Woo!
Woo.
Okay, well,
we're just gonna end it.
Yeah, we're just gonna end it because we're gonna have to redo. We're gonna have to finish this next time.
Because say bye.
It was not a 3-hour episode. I'm sorry. I gotta pee.
Just say bye, guys. Say bye.
Good night. Bye.